It's Thursday, the 12th of December, and in Banjul, I am Peter Gomez, live on West Coast Radio with Coffee Time. Thanks for joining us. We're going to start with one of my sponsors. And one of the really great advantages of the technology evolution has been the digitalization of remittance flows. Today, one is able to use mobile wallets and send remittances through their phones. And maybe hundreds of thousands of Gambians do so every day, relying on MTOs, money transfer organizations. They are instrumental in ensuring that money sent home by expatriates reaches its intended recipients safely and efficiently. This service is not only a convenience, but a necessity in many parts of the country where traditional banking services are limited or non-existent. You no doubt will have heard of Easy Financial Services. They are one of 7 partners supporting the production of this program, Coffee Time, every day. And as part of the sponsorship agreement, we are pleased to welcome them on the program today to discuss their line of business. One, you have heard a couple of times before, and the other one is new, but the tradition here is each to introduce themselves. So welcome to Coffee Time, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Uncle Peter. Appreciate the warm welcome. And like you said, this is maybe my third time having it with you. And my name is Jakaria Ba, and I'm part of the Business Development Officer in Easy Financial Services. And today I'm with my colleague.
He'll introduce himself. Jakaria, well, thanks for coming to the studio, seeing you for the first time, even though, as you said, this is actually our third conversation on the program. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Ngal kontong al tola ngal kontong tolboro Easy Financial Service leti Ntotom Suleiman Jaraldi. Yes, I think it's fine.
Okay. All right, Jakaria, let's start with the story of Easy Financial Services. I mean, how have things gone so far? I mean, what's the story behind Easy Financial Services?
Okay, Easy Financial Services was established in 2014, licensed by the Central Bank of the Gambia. I'll just give a brief history of the bureau business in Gambia. Mm-hmm. When there was a time, if you are in Bajakunda, you have to take transport and go up to Basse to receive your money transfer. Or if you are in, let's say, Kaur, maybe you have to go up to Farafenye. So it was very difficult for Gambians to receive their, remittances, for family use, health, and other things. So Easy Financial Service, when we came in 2014, we started with one branch. Mm-hmm. And then as time goes on, we decided to expand based on the clientele needs. And today we can boast of around over 70 branches nationwide. That is from KMC, CRR, URR, LRR, and the Central River region. So we thought it wise that Gambians were suffering to receive their money transfer because, like I mentioned, you have to walk kilometers to receive your money. So what we did was to make sure we bring financial service to the doorstep of every Gambians. And then we just don't open branches for the sake of opening branches. What we did was we did it strategically, looking at the needs of our customers. Because let's say, for example, Brikama, you have all the surrounding villages coming up to Brikama because we were having Brikama first. And then we said, you know what, let's have it to Jambanjeli, let's have it to Sanyang, let's have it to, Busumbala, and, other surrounding villages. So this is how we expanded to the length and breadth of the country.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of expanding, your services, there was a time when Forex bureaus could only receive money, they couldn't send. In terms of sending, can you send with Easy Financial Services? And if yes, where to can you send internationally?
Thank you for that question. When every other bureau was concentrating on receiving remittances, we said, okay, now we've conquered that part. Why not also we help Gambians? Because you have Gambians businesses that do want to pay for their invoices. You have to, they order goods from Senegal, China, Turkey, you name it. So we decided to expand our network worldwide. And now, today, we can boast of, helping customers pay their invoices in China, pay their invoices in Turkey, Dubai, and all other, countries that Gambians have interest in. So it's safe to say now, if you walk into any easy financial service branch, you can send worldwide with a low cost. Because also, we are very much, mindful of the cost involved, especially, coming from a third world country. It shouldn't be only about profit making. We have to make sure we cater for the low income earners of Gambia, especially small businesses, these startup businesses, SME businesses. You need to help them. How you can help them is to make sure you give them, low cost of sending money to these places. So I can proudly say that now you can, if you walk to any easy financial service branch, you can send worldwide.
Okay. And is Easy Financial Services only for Gambians? You talk about, Gambians who have businesses in China, Turkey, anywhere, they can now send money there for, goods to be sent back to this country. But you know that there's a growing community of expatriates in this country. I mean, do you cater to them? What services do you have for them in case they also want to move money around?
Okay. In that case also, when we did our survey and we realized the number of immigrants, from other countries that are in Gambia, let's say, for example, Nigerians, Sierra Leoneans, Ghanaians, we have a whole town here in Gambia that is Ghana Town.
Yeah.
So
that's been there even since I was a baby.
Yes.
Yeah. Ghana Town is not new at all in this country.
So, they have these roots in Ghana, of course, and we cater for Sierra Leoneans, we cater for Indians, we cater for Pakistanis, we cater for Malians. I can tell you, all nationals that are in Gambia, they can able to go to Easy Financials and send money back home. In Nigeria, it's bank deposit. In Sierra Leone, you have cash pickup, you have wallet deposit. Guinea-Conakry, my fellow followers, in Burkina Faso, you name it. Yes, you name it. Niger, just recently, and we have people sending money to Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and, this person was telling us that, for how many months I've been, trying to send money to Vietnam. And it was like a nightmare.
It's a most unlikely country.
Exactly.
Money would move from the Gambia
to Vietnam, yeah. Indonesia, you name it. So it's safe to say that we've catered for all the nationals in Gambia. Send money, using Easy Financial Service with a low cost, convenient. You don't need to worry about going to, join a long queue to just like when you go to the banks and the like.
Right.
So
we'll give you a break and move now maybe, to translate that in the local languages, talk about growth, sending capabilities, and customer base.
Okay, badi ngol ngal konton kotake altula anal konton Easy Financial Services mo kodi kiyo anin kodi ta institutional de Gambia banko kanjang pour ka kodo ko ki anin ka kodo ta sonyandi kilianol bulu be pre nata jibel fanan ko Easy Financial Services mantara Gambianol damay jang iba bantala bankol fanaye janne minul fanaye ko iba steering jang iba dogola jang ila dimbal ba bantala bankol kan pour ka kodo ki anin ka kodo ta sonyandi ibulu Easy Financial Services o be sonyandi le isa ko mon mi lan ko iba Nigeria iba steering jang Ghana Guinea Bissau Guinea Conakry isa kodo kinole bantala bankol to pour la family member solu anin kanuntelu tarea kono anin sonia kono.
Okay, that's quick. Back to Jakaria. Let's talk about your network. I understand you've expanded quite a bit lately. Where do you have your locations and how accessible are they to the communities they serve?
Okay, if I start with URR, we have around now 11 branches. And in URR, what we did was, in every town, there is a center. Like, for example, if you go to Garawal, Alunghare, Sabi, Gambisara, Bakadaji, there is a place where they have the market. This is the center where everybody comes and by their needs and like that's where we targeted to make sure that in all the other small villages are catered for. So URR alone, we have Alunghare, Garawol, Sabi, Dingiri, Misira, Demba, Kunda, Suduwol, Diabugu, Sandida, Slame, and in NBR we did the same thing, which is Farafenye, Kaur, Kerewan, Bara, Eseondungu, Kebe, Andalai, LRR, the same, Kuinela, Bureng, CRR, Makati, Brikama, Jaren, Kudang, Jahali, Sami, Wasu, and all the other towns around the West Coast region. So, like I mentioned before, we are strategically located.
So you're not in Lower River, you're not in
no, we are in
Central River. I haven't heard those yet.
We have, in CRR, Bansan, Makati, Brikama, Jaren, Kudang, Jahali, Sami, Wasu, and NBR, I mentioned Farafenye, Kaur, yes, and then RRR. So in West Coast, Brikama, Gunjur, Sanya, Brusubi, Sukuta, Busumbala, Brufut, Ol Yundum, Buyam, Jambanjeli, and the KMC, the whole of KMC, we are there. And you have the North Bank, Bara, Ese, Ondungu, Kebe, Amdalai. So it's safe to say that we've covered the length and breadth of the country, strategically located.
Fantastic. And okay, so you are everywhere. Exactly. What about community involvement? Helping communities where you operate, contributing to their development. What, in the business you call corporate social responsibility.
Yes, the CSR. So we are not here only to make profit, and we have to give back to the community. So we've involved ourselves in education. We've involved ourselves, in helping communities dig boreholes. We've involved ourselves also in sport. Mm-hmm. So in Nemakunke alone, the Nawetan, we do sponsor them, and we have two teams there. We provide them with jerseys and the like.
Are they called Easy Financial Services?
No, they are not. They are not, because we leave them to use their, community names. And then you have on the jerseys Easy Financial Services, and the last.
I hope they did well.
They did well. I think one of the teams won the trophy.
They won the trophy?
Yes. Oh. And this year, even in the Nawetan in Serekunda East, I think they went up to the semi-finals also.
Very good.
So Nemakunku Sport Committee, last year we sponsored this is not the first time, we sponsored their main trophy. That is, they call it, I think, the League Cup. And you have in the GFF League also Team Rhino. For the past 3 years, we've been, buying them jerseys and supporting them also. And you have in the Central River region and the CRR region also teams there where we help them with financial needs, so that they can able to run their expenditures for the tournaments that they do engage into. And in terms of the educations, what we did is we stretch our arms to other regions like CRR, URR, where we sponsor students to, especially on the tertiary who are going to the tertiary institutions. We do sponsor them. And like I said, in they call the Kataba Omar in CRR also, there's a school there where they have the school caters for around 12 villages. We do provide them with books and other school materials. So in terms of giving back to the community, we are doing.
And where do you dig boreholes?
Boreholes, we have it around. I just forgot the name of it, because sometimes these villages are very hard to
remember their names.
To remember the names.
Absolutely.
Yes. But apart from also even my MD, engage in a lot of community services. Some of the things that we don't, Easy Financial stuff we don't even know, but he do engage with a lot of, trying to help the community. All because of Easy Financial Services. Absolutely. Because it's easy that help him to make all those things.
Yeah, sure.
Komiko na kolidia fale nyame Easy Financial Services nga branchul soto banko dula beleto nindara KMC West Coast Banjul CRR LRR katawol to nga branchul soto dula jamatara fo branchi town worola mi yalon ko abeba sutiyaring sate fan wala pour que branch o ninja amanta kala kole ya kuti just ka boyla bunkono don kata branch o nyinto Easy Financial Service fana mantre da male jang Easy Financial Service fana ba banko fonle because ni ajube ko na quality afa nyaming easy financial services ikamo jamale support banko kanjang ni nata karambo wala karola aning balabo nyoto karola man ko call call for sports aning ka boholol sing mol fana ye easy financial services man ka ku jamale ke mol min tambita kodikio nin ka kodo ta banko kanjang because ni ajube easy financial services min fonta banko dingolong. So wala yatin all our customers people banko kanjang nabode la kodiki or ani la kodita mfananko anyway giving back to the community is also very important. So wala yatin na service will be provide ka dindi wala karamul jo aning rural urban areas sol kataka bukol sang students soli puru soma ifanang se fang munafano nyami banko kan.
Thank you very much for the translation. Jakaria, earlier on you made reference to your international connections. Can you just elaborate on these partnerships and how they help your customers, particularly those who want to send money around the world?
Okay. Previously, what we used to do is have one partner maybe in Nigeria or have another partner maybe in South Africa. So recently we thought it wise, we have to engage partners because also Easy Financial is a renowned institution of financial service in Gambia. You talk to other, businesses, IMTOs, they tell you, we know about Easy Financial Services.
IMTOs would be international money
transfers. Yes. So what we did was, just with a one click, that is a one aggregator that can able to link you with, let's say, the whole continent. And we said, let's cater for the whole Gambian community and also the nationals, the other nationals that are in Gambia. So what we did was, with one click, that is with one partner, the partner was able to give us the whole of Africa, and another partner, Europe. In fact, the partner that gave us Europe is the partner that gave us all the other, corridors around the world. So now, for example, like I mentioned before, in Mauritania, we can able to send to all the three wallets in Mauritania with that one partner. So this is how we spread our wings around the world. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Of course, technology is central to what you do, and technology is always evolving. I know technology, has to be a priority in your work in terms of keeping up with, the advancement, the evolution
of technology.
Of technology. I mean, how much are you keeping in pace with this fast-paced development?
Okay. Thank you very much. In fact, technology is driving us all into. I heard someone say it yesterday that in Gambia is the technology that is driving the people, especially the policy makers.
Yeah.
And, we are not catching up. Because if you look at this mobile money, I think Gambia is the last country around the sub-Saharan Africa that is now, catching up. Mm-hmm. So at Easy Financial Service, what we are doing, again, always trying to make sure our customers, do their business in a convenient way. In Q1, that is the first quarter of 2025, we expect to launch our app, whereas Mr. Peter Gomez can sit at his comfort zone and transfer money to Nigeria, transfer money to South Africa, wherever you want. In that case, you don't need to go to any Easy Financial branch. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's for the people, that are in the, that have bank accounts, and the like. If you also, dealing with cash, that we have catered for you also, that you can go and walk into any Easy Financial Service. But it's safe to say that we are catering for every Gambians, no matter if you have a bank account, if you don't have a bank account, all the categories. So in terms of innovation, I will, maybe in 2025, if you come back, I will explain more.
Fantastic.
Because, yes, but one thing that I can tell you is, we are catering for everyone, Like I mentioned, you can sit at your comfort zone and transfer money to wherever you want, needing not to go to any Easy Financial branch again.
Well, by looking forward to coming back in 2025, you
Of
give me
course.
assurance that Easy Financial Services is here to stay as far as coffee time is concerned.
One thing I can tell you is we are getting value for money.
Thank you very much.
Doing business with West Coast Radio.
That's very kind. So, I mean, all these locations that you have across the country, I suppose, I mean, are meant to drive efficiency. I mean, what's the turnaround time? I mean, if I were to go to an Easy Financial Services branch now, what is the most, I mean, in terms of minutes, I can expect to spend there? Half an hour? 15 minutes?
No, less than that. Less than that. That's why, most of our branches, we have 2 people there. Villages that, that the population that is little is where we have one person, one cashier there. But, places like Kololi, places like...
Talinding, for instance.
Talinding.
You know Talinding?
Yes, it's a very busy place. And places like Brikama, those are, when I say the metropolitan, places, you need at least 2 to 3 people.
Yes.
So, like I said, we always thinking of our customers to make sure they have hassle-free. Like if you go to the banks, you have to line for 1 hour, trying to make a transaction.
That's why I'm asking.
Yes, in Easy Financial, within 5 minutes you are
done. And before, there were certain bureaus, if you went there, they would ask you to sit down. And then they disappear with your details. I mean, sometimes it's 10, 15 minutes before they re-emerge.
No. Easy Financial Service, you go to any Easy Financial Service branch. Of course, if, you have a lot of people, but like I said, in our branches where we have a lot of people, we also try to cater for those people. Either we bring 2 cashiers or 3 cashiers to make sure, you don't waste time. Because if you leave the banks and come to us, you need to solve your problem within, a very short time frame, rather than having to wait for
So
hours.
give us an idea. 5 minutes?
5 minutes you are done, Mr. Peter. 5 minutes you are done.
All right. Let's have that before I ask my final question. Let's have that in the local languages.
Okay, coming ko na kolidi afanyami Easy Financial Services ning mo jamale bulo du nyoto ni nata kodo la kio anala receive Kenya la ning bantala bank jamale bulo du nyoto minare MT wala Karola isa kodo kino le through MoneyGram, therapy and other MTOs. Mol min fanam bijang min yan koy manka Gambian olti Nigerian ol Sierra Leone Ghana isa kodo kino le bankol to la dimbayal anim fanam isa kodo kino le Sonia kono Teria kono batati je ni nata cash pick up la aning bank deposits and other stuffs. Easy Financial Services can you be kalele isa kodo kino le UK isa kodo kino le US aning Scandinavian countries akodo kino dula belto anim farang Easy Financial Services la branchol dula beto Gambia banko kanjam isita no yele kodo soto anyama batati je listen sa follow because nga branch ba banko kanjam nga kasi fula soto jele mi ala ko ni kilungo tije kilungo batara le jele ya understand isele kodo soto no montoro wati lulu kono dron because niya juwe fanang follow to isitano bank le ye wato spend je tani naso ne banif tan to le branch rek nga stafful so mi anko dia well dedicated ipareta pour ka a clientul saf anyama yelo kodo soto batati je line tj sonia kono dal.
Very good. Zakaria, just finally, I mean, let's look ahead and talk about innovations. I mean, you've already indicated that in 2025 customers of Easy Financial Services can look forward to downloading an app to make transactions even easier. Talk to us about other innovations you have either for 2025 or maybe further down the line.
Yes, that app, Easy Financial app that you can use and send money. We are going to build an ecosystem in that app, whereas you can able to pay your insurances, you can able to pay for food, you can able to do a lot of bill payments. So it's an ecosystem that we are going to build, needing not to get out of the app, to do other transactions. You can have everything on the app. It's different from a mobile wallet.
Okay.
Because a mobile wallet, you can go to any, part or agent and load your wallet and the like. So what we are trying to do here is, what the bank is not offering you on their app, we are giving you extra.
Okay.
Get your money from your bank, it passes through the Easy Financial app, and you do your transactions apart from sending money. So that means we've covered. What we are trying to do is to cover all your daily needs. Like I said, I wouldn't let the cat out of the bag, but there are a lot of things that is going to change the money transfer dynamics in Gambia. I promise you that.
Exciting times, huh? In
Yes.
2025.
In 2025.
Comme na collègue ya fala yam Easy Financial Services a eni kukutol binale 2025 folo nyiti ko mba Apple develop la isitarele lo bunkono yela funo tarek you transfer ya kodo kino banko dulato. Yeah.
Fantastic. Final message?
Key thing about Easy Financial, strategic location, low fees with a competitive rate that I can assure you will not get with any other bureau or any other money transmitter. And also we are licensed by the Central Bank of the Gambia, because some customers do come to us, okay, I went to A give me a quote on a paper. We most of the time we told them these are unregulated money transmitters. So you have to be very mindful of them.
So getting a code on a piece of paper,
in a piece of paper, or telling you, okay, I'll call you back, I give you the code. These are all red flags. If I do a money transfer, which I expect to have a professional receipt.
Absolutely.
When I say a professional receipt, is an authentic receipt where all the information of the business that I entered is in the receipts. Like, for example, Easy Financial Service, head office address, Westfield, 4 Combosilla Drive, telephone numbers. You'll always have a number that, whenever you have an issue, you can call to. So people have to be very mindful of these unregulated money transmitters. So like I said, Easy Financial Service is licensed by the Central Bank of the Gambia. And we abide by the rules and regulations of the Central Bank, that is following the CBG rates. Okay. Also you have...
I was going to ask about rates, because
yes.
that's the first thing people consider.
Yes.
Yes,
and I think 2-3 years ago, we were nominated among the bureaus that do our business based on the regulations of, in fact, the government.
The most compliant bureau.
Compliance, you understand. I think, I just forget who won it, but we were among, because they paired us, in fact, with the microfinance, thinking we are a microfinance. That shows you that how, we are doing our business professionally and following the regulations of the government, following the regulations of the central bank.
Fantastic.
So like I said, rates, we are very competitive, in line with the central bank, giving rates, and also the charges that we offer.
Okay.
Is very competitive.
Fantastic.
Tax compliance.
Yes.
Tax compliant. Okay.
Yes.
You'll have the final word by way of translation.
Okay. Coming ko nga fala nyamin komanto Easy Financial Service mo bele jang. So momo yala no ko elafta ka kodo ki o ka kodo ta dukare Ross Easy Financial Services la branch ulto aman jam fala yela kodo ta o yela kodo ki sonia kono batati je abenin kairo ala baraka bake.
All right. Thank you very much, Jakaria, for coming. You've been listening to a conversation with Easy Financial Services, one of the sponsors of Coffee Time with Peter Gomez.